Hello, hello. How are we doing today? Welcome, everybody. Welcome. What is up? Sup, Burger King? Welcome. What is up? I am totally here and very awake. I'm totally very super very here awake. Yep, that's me. That's me, the person who's awake. So far, my failed run count. What are we at? What is our high score? $166. Dang. Damn, son. Where'd you find that? 6-7. Yo, so true. 6-7. True. Totally 6-7. I don't think their failed run count is 6-7, though. Has that? Have we gotten it out of our system yet? Oh no. It's just only gonna be 6-7. Alright. I appreciate your energy. Did we make it? Ah, the entire thing is now 6-7. There we go. Okay. My brain is totally working right now. It's definitely working. So we can probably get started. I had a very almost good Necrobinder deck that was soft infinite, but I didn't have a haunt, so I lacked a payoff. I see. Yeah, I wonder if I think Necrobinder is interesting case. An interesting one. Bruh? What is the bruh for? What is the bruh? Hello everybody, welcome. I feel bad for everybody on the short stream because I don't want to put my Windows share on that tab. So that's really unlucky. Because I don't know if this is sized the right way. It looks like it isn't. It's so funny. I don't know, maybe I could put it up there? Let's see. Yeah, I mean, that does not look like it's the right size at all. Oh, and I can't move it either? There, does that look approximately right? It's an L stream L? What? But we said the 6-7 meme. I thought that meant that I was winning. Okay. So there are some patch notes to go over. What's up, Unicorn? Welcome. I then went on to try and recreate that deck, but failed and quit because I got pissed off. That's fair. That's fair. Yeah, the unfortunate thing about roguelikes is definitely, like, you can't go, like, I want to make that deck again. Like, it's kind of hard to do that. Doesn't really work out. Slay the Empire 2. Wait, what? Wait, what's the... Wait. What's the attachment between being 30 and playing Slay? First of all, it's Slay the Spire. But also, like, what? That's so... Just... That's so funny. What a funny conclusion. I'm also surprised you didn't go, like, bro is 30 and is an anime girl. That's usually the first one people go with. The RNG has not been on my side lately. This is fair, this is fair. I really need to change whatever the hotkey is for quick find. I have no idea why slash is quick find. But yeah. Alright. Hey Slayers. This week's beta patch brings 2 major changes. Oh, this is scoring. Alright. I don't know if I care about score at all. Okay, leaderboards between main and beta will be separate, sure. Okay, whatever for that. Updated art. Oh, the pipe. It's no new pape. No new pape. Has updated artwork. A new Ironclad card. And Meow relics. One of which may be very familiar. No, don't frickin' bring back boss swap, dude. Don't do it. Fuck. Please do not bring back boss swap. Okay. Okay, this is Anthony now, not Casey. Okay, be a grouping balance and content changes together to better talk about how each section overall or changes overall. What is boss swap? Okay, so boss swap was an option that was always available in Spire 1, where you could change your starter relic for a boss relic, like one of the boss rewards that you could get. Now the problem is that boss swapping was probably a dominant strategy. Like, it was probably one of the best things that you could take. So learning how to boss swap was beneficial because it's like overall the best thing you could do. But it also changed the texture of the runs pretty dramatically. Sometimes it would change the runs that, like, okay, you Pandora's boxed into your entire deck is stupid now. Like, the most broken thing ever. On floor 0. Or you had people who played, like, Watcher, which Watcher was already kind of broken. And we're like, I'm gonna boss swap so that I always have energy. Like, plus energy, because the Watcher base relic basically just gives you +1 energy at one point in the combat. So why not just have, why not just have extra energy every turn? Was there a downside? The downside was that you switched out your base relic. So if your base relic is like Ring of the Snake and then you swap it into energy, then like that was like a dominant strategy. The thing is, like, I feel like it's a lot harder to boss swap on Ironclad and Silent in Spire 1. But for Defect and Watcher, you could make an argument that you should just always boss swap. So anyways, balancing this thing was really stupid and difficult. Like, probably not a thing. I just thought it was unfun. And that, like, I was incredibly excited to hear that it was not Inspire 2, because I'm like, God, this shit sucks. Like, it's awful. So, it's not, it is not, not necessarily what got added, but I was just thinking they were like, oh, seasoned Slayers might know what that is, and I'm like, please don't make it boss swap. Christ. Cute VTuber model, thank you. I made it myself. I am both the artist and rigger for this model. I put a lot of effort into it. I also like it a lot. Okay, so Niao relics, Niao bones. Upon pickup, gain 2 random Niao relics. Add 1 random curse to your deck. 2 random Niao relics. Wait, what? What does that mean? Like two of the random starters, but you get a curse? Okay. Upon pickup, gain 1 potion slot and procure 2 random potions. Okay. And then Winged Boots. You may ignore paths when choosing the next room to travel to 3 times. Well, they just made Winged Boots a Niao relic. That's kind of interesting. That's really interesting, actually. Huh. Okay, so I overreacted. It was not... Here's boss swap. Please keep that out of the game. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. I like potions, honestly. I think potion starts are fine. As in, they require you to go, okay, well, I'm gonna go punch elites now with my potions that I got. I don't know if 1 more potion slot really matters, because 1 less potion slot didn't really matter. But I guess the point of this is more functional. You know what I mean? Where you're getting 2 random potions, so they're giving you a potion slot so that when you inevitably probably get a potion before the first elite, that you don't have to, like, ditch the 2 potions you got, especially on a Niao relic. That'd feel kind of bad. This one's kind of weird. I don't know how I feel about this. It feels like very, very random. And I don't know how this would work for a Niao bonus. Like, what is the context of having this at the very start of your run? Because Winged Boots in Spire 1 kind of felt like I'm gonna fight a lot of elites. That's primarily what I use this for. Or I would grab a shop when it wasn't primarily, like, available to me. So I feel like this just feels weird as a Niao bonus. Because I definitely can't fight more than 3 elites. Like, elites cost so much HP. So I don't know. Whoa, we went all the way to the bottom. What the hell? Okay. Spoilers. Okay. Ironclad. Added new card, not yet. Rare skill, cost to heal 10, 13 HP, exhaust. Oh, They just, like, straight up got a card that says heal on it. It just says you heal. That's so funny. I mean, sure, I guess. It's kind of like a side quest card. It's interesting, it's not, I guess they didn't want to make it strength scaling like in Spire 1. Kind of makes sense. Depreciated grapple card. Yeah, I wasn't super sure about grapple. Change Colossus card rarity from rare to uncommon. Oh. That's really cool. Not bad because you spend HP. Yeah, the thing is, like, Ironclad had a healing card in Spire 1, and kind of the stipulation of playing it in, like, in Spire 1 was that it was kind of like a win condition. So, like, if you, like, this was kind of what, like, a winning solution looked like in Spire 1 for Ironclad, was, like, having one Reaper, having some amount of strength, and then, like, a feed. So, like, feed made your max HP go up, and then Reaper was, like, you deal damage and then gain HP equal to how much damage you dealt. And then you had some strength, so, like, you would deal more damage with your Reaper and gain more HP. So, you would, like, raise your max HP, and then every time you went into a hallway fight, you would just, like, go back to whatever your max HP was. Like, you would just smack hallway fights and then always be at max HP, which meant that by the time you got to the boss, you fought like 12 hallway fights that act, and then your max HP is like 150 and you're at max HP, which meant that you could just like sit there against bosses for 3 turns and just like take damage. Like, you bought yourself so much time by having max HP. He had Hakumen's stance, but Ragna's lifesteal? Yes, that's correct. I'm a little sad Ironclad doesn't have the Hakumen stance anymore. But yeah. So it's like that was a thing that Ironclad could do. That was pretty strong. And now they're giving it to him back? Giving it back to him? Sort of? Ironclad is so weak right now. I'm gonna be honest with you, that's kind of how I feel. Yeah. I haven't played a whole lot of Ironclad, but I found myself struggling to win, honestly. Like, I wasn't really sure what I should do to win. Okay. Well, now they have Colossus, and Uncommon, so that's kind of interesting. The set of changes is directly aimed at improving Ironclad's survivability in a big way. Colossus moving to Uncommon pool helps to lessen the need for rare defensive options, and should also help Ironclad players that are missing out on weak. To make room for an Uncommon Colossus, an existing Uncommon had to be cut. Grapple was too low impact and redundant with Juggernaut, so it made a lot of sense to cut. Not yet gives Ironclad a much-needed healing option. Yeah, it's interesting because I felt like Grapple was like, I think Juggernaut is a good card. So I thought Grapple was a good card. But also it was kind of like, you know, it's kind of awkward to need to grapple something and then play 2 defense. Like, Juggernaut is good because you can commit to it 1 turn and then play 3 defense. And also, like, set up some kind of feel no brain combo something. He has infinites, but it feels like you kind of need to get the infinites to win. Yeah, I felt like the only way I could get Clad to win was to, like, genuinely the only runs that I remember on Ironclad are, like, Thrash. I remember thrashing and winning. And then I think one was a prismatic gem. Okay. Silent. Changed acrobatics card. Rarity from common to uncommon. That's so funny. That's so funny. That's awesome. I mean, probably deserved. Probably deserved. I think the other thing about this is that, like, I also hated seeing so much of it. like acro just, I would keep seeing it because it's a common. And then it just... So I'm kind of glad that it's an uncommon, so that I don't have to see it. Okay, reworked follow-through card. Cost 1, deal 6/8 to all enemies. Last card you played this turn was a skill, apply 1/2 weak to all enemies. So now it is a common attack, cost 1, deal 7/9. If you have 5 or more other cards in your hand, it's an additional time. Oh, what? Wait, I love this card. This card was so good. What? My face when good strategies get nerfed because Flower works at Mega Crit. Of course. I definitely 100% work at Mega Crit. 1 billion%. I mean, this is interesting. You have 5 or more cards in hand, hits an additional time. So this is kind of like a not poison stab. What's it called? Bane? It's like a conditional hit 2 times. Like, potentially 14 single target damage if you have more cards in hand. If you've resolved like 1 card draw thing, then, like, I mean, that's interesting, I guess. Buff Memento Mori by a little bit. Buffed Speedster. Okay, so this I'm not surprised by. This I'm really not surprised by, because I was saying that I do think Speedster, I felt that drafting 2 Speedsters and not upgrading them was too low impact. Like, this did not actually win me the game. I know that Speedster is really strong, like, I get it, but I do feel like every time I drafted Speedster, like, oh, I have 2 Speedsters, like, this card draw deck's gonna go insane, and then it just didn't do enough damage on upgrading. So you could go like, oh, well, infinites, right? Well, what about the infinites in Speedster? It's like, infinites work if Speedster does 1 damage. So the problem with this nerf last week was that Speedster for fair decks, like, just didn't work. Like, it wasn't strong enough. It didn't actually kill anything, right? So I think they wanted to go more the scaling of, it's not infinite blades. What is it called? 1,000 cuts? They went more like the 1,000 cuts route, right? Which I think was 1/2. But the problem is that Speedster does not key off of playing anything, which I think, if I'm not mistaken, 1,000 cuts is anything. So, it upgrading to gain an 8 is really good. It's unfortunate because I feel like if you had 2 that upgraded to an 8, like, having 4 energy on turn 1 is hard. But this is interesting, certainly. And yeah, it being at 1 was, like, I don't want to say ridiculous because they have to try stuff, right? But I felt like it was not, like, it was pretty bad. I thought it was really, really bad. Okay. Draw 3, discard 1. Exhaust 1, draw 2, draw 3, draw 3, draw 3. Okay, acrobatics has consistently been a problem as a common, completely dominating both win rates and pick rates. When compared to other cards in its family, Skim, Parse, Glimmer, and Burning Pact, it stood out as the only common. At uncommon, I expect it to still dominate pick rates, while giving me the breathing room to not overly nerf Sly cards. In fact, maybe even give silent buffs. We'll be watching to see how the changes impact her pool, in particular this week. This is still an experiment, so it could be reverted if the change ultimately ends up being worse for the game. True. I mean, like, I just agree with this, right? I don't know why acrobatics was that common in Spire 1. But I was like, I guess it is. Sure. Like, Silence Identity is about card draw. Like, yeah, that's the actual reason, right? It's like, it's about card draw, so, like, you want strong manipulation tools and all that stuff. Whatever. Sure. The problem is that Silent has prepared. So, like, it doesn't... You already have a common super card draw card, so... I think this is reasonable. I wouldn't be surprised if it stayed like this, but again, it's the beta branch, so they could always revert this stuff. They did as much as revert prepared, despite the fact that it's probably still a bit of an egregious card. So, okay, changed. Lyrilyte now grants block for any card created, not just colorless cards. Any card created. You can make block cards. Makes this change makes Lyrilyte consistent with Arsenal. Oh, okay, yeah, sure. Okay, and we've got some encounter changes. Okay, depreciated tunneling twosome fight for the Hive. Tunneling twosome. I don't know what this fight is. Okay, nerfed living fog. No longer increases the amount of bombs that spawns over time. Holy, thank you. This thing killed me like every time, man. This thing just like obliterated me every time I fought it, because it's like, by the way, here's 3 bombas. You can only block once. It's funny. Skulking Colony decreased HP from this to that. Okay, is 75 divisible by 15? Yes, right? So now it cleanly... Now it cleanly can be killed in 5 turns? That makes sense. Nerf Radonus HP. Sure. Oh, that's a pretty big nerf. By like 10? That's like a turn of like 2 strikes. Wow. That's quite a big HP nerf. Nerf Doormaker. Overall damage numbers nerfed and moves moved around to better align with the Doormaker's powers. No longer applies debuffs, gains less strength. Sure. I'm excited to see this. I felt like Doormaker was a little bit overtuned. He was quite strong. I wasn't actually sure how to beat this boss. Maintains his troublesome powers, but gets several changes to make the fight more manageable and feel less oppressive. Thank you. This is a great term. It felt very oppressive. That's what it felt like. Oh, man. I have a chance, maybe? Burger King, were you playing on the beta branch, by the way? Just curious. Because these are beta branch notes, just so you're aware. Because I didn't ask you last time. So. Additionally, I started focusing on removing some of the spikiness from Act 1, with the long-term plan to shift some of the difficulty from Act 1 to 3. The Skulking Colony change is hopefully the last for a while, as the minor HP adjustment allows killing it 1 turn earlier at Ascension 8. Yes. That is well appreciated. I have not. I'll probably switch over. Yeah, I think that, interestingly, that, like, playing on the beta branch is like, not necessary for a lot of people, because of the fact that, like, stuff does change on a weekly basis. So, if that genuinely doesn't, like, if you don't like that, then you don't have to play on the beta branch. But evidently, we'll be reading patch notes every Friday, probably for the next, like, year. So, okay, art. We've got art for Adaptive Strike, Shadow Shield. Wait, that wasn't the final... I guess that makes sense. It wasn't the final art. Smokestack, sweet. New art for... I really wish I knew how to pronounce their name. Background. The new art for the following Neo relics. Hefty Tablet, Neo's Talisman. New art for Ostian Character Select Screen. Ostian Character Select Screen? Huh. Okay, run history stuff, writing. Okay. I did notice this. That was really funny. Okay, I think the rest of this is whatever. Okay, awesome, cool, very cool, cool. I do feel like my vibe checks are good with how they want to balance stuff, which is nice. Because I'm like, wow, that seems really... New door maker seems really strong. That's nerfed. I mean, that's... I want to say that's pretty standard. Because, like, you don't want to make a change. So this is actually a lot of design, in my opinion. Or, like, it's a decent pattern for designing things. Not a design pattern, but a way that, like, you would approach designing. Is that, like, you don't want to make a change and then be unclear about whether that change actually did anything. So a good way to, like, really see if something happened is to go, like, okay, I'm going to change that, but we're going to, like, super overtune it. Because we want to see if it actually does something, right? So, yeah. Also on that note, I am remembering you asked if I wanted, like, coaching or something. How would that happen? Record runs and send them for feedback and advice? I'm hoping that I said that genuinely. I mean, like, coaching is possible. I mean, if you wanted to submit a run, then yeah, I could, like, watch it and comment on it. The thought that I wanted to do was to, like, because I think I might have mentioned this adjacent to something else that I was thinking of, which was I think it'd be interesting to react to other people's runs, just in general. So I guess the context here being coaching a run. It's like you could submit a run and be like, I thought this run was going to win, what went wrong? Right? And then we could watch it. That also does mean that I will need to roast you, like, watching your run. You know what I mean? Like, if I pull up your run and I'm like, well, that was the stupidest shit you ever could have done. It's like, well, we're doing it for entertainment. It's not like... I understand that there is, like... You know, Spire is a relatively difficult game, which is what I'm gonna say. Like... Seemed genuine at the time I was expressing some frustration with my lack of winning run. I'm feeling like there's just some piece I haven't gotten yet. Yeah, I mean, if you want to send... You know, record a run with some decent playtime on it, and then maybe we could watch it live, or not. Maybe I'll just write some notes. I don't know. I feel like doing it live is just easier. Okay, before we start, I have food downstairs, I think, so I'm gonna go grab that and then come back. Be right back. Okay, I returned. There is still no coffee or food, so we'll need to get up again later. Let's see if we can win a run. Here we are. Acrobatics at uncommon. Let's get it done. Meow's bones. Sure, let's try it. Let's remove, strike, and upgrade, neutralize. Neutralize? Survivor. I honestly wonder about strike plus. Like, literally just strike plus. Try neutralize. We got a decay. Okay. Have... Oh, sorry, you typed something. I have pretty thick skin, so I'm doubtful you can honestly say something genuinely hurtful. I'll figure out the recording somehow. Okay. You don't have to add commentary. Like, no commentary is okay. It's probably preferred, honestly. Unless you... Because if I had a question about something that you did, you can just, like, probably type it in chat, right? Okay. This also has the same thing. 2, 3, 4... 4... I mean, the paths are similar. Except this has 3. Ugh. Oh, 3 elites. Okay, Predator, backflip, and dagger through. I mean, I like taking damage. And just picking Predator and saying, fuck a wee ball. Oh, I was like, easy to remove here, but not really. Noxious Fumes is nice. We were fighting against the fish. Yeah, I think that was okay. I want this dodge and roll. Kind of. Too sleepy, goodbye. Alright, see you later, Unicorn. Thanks for hanging out. Bye-bye. I am also very sleepy. Because I have not caffeinated. That is a second Noxious Fumes. I mean, every time I want to pick 2 Noxious Fumes and be like, this is my long-term damage solution. And it, oh, could be, whoa. Oh. I'm wide. Why am I wide? That's so funny. How do I fix that? Okay, give me 2 seconds to restart. Alright, that was really weird. I think we're back. I do believe we are back. So let's try that again, I guess. Okay. I guess it crashed going into this event. Let's take a potion. What's up, Step? How are you? What is up? What is up? Reached A10 with Region yesterday. Nice. Congrats. Let's go. Have you, be cleared A10? I feel like Region is, like, kind of awkward. Kind of awkward and difficult. This is our third backflip that we've been offered. I'm wondering if we want more... Well, I was going to say more upfront damage, but we have Predator. We have Predator. I'll just take a backflip. Oh, I'd like another poison card. This is gonna be really awkward. Alright, take a bunch of damage. Haven't cleared A10 yet. The early game with Region is really hard. Yeah, I think they said they were gonna address that with the recent balance release thing. They were like, Act 1's kind of hard. So they wanted to help that a little bit. This is lethal. Backstab, Cloak and Dagger, Sucker Punch. Backstab, Cloak and Dagger, Sucker Punch. These aren't poison cards. Which is really annoying. We could take a backstab. I don't mind taking a backstab. Okay, Fog has been nerfed. So we aren't at threat of super dying out of nowhere. Act 1 is great. I think that Regent doesn't have many early synergies, and one of his builds is just not viable. Which one's just not viable? Is it colorless cards? Or colorless card creation? Forge? You think Forge is unplayable, really? It's interesting. Are you playing on the beta branch? Oh, yeah. I'm not playing on the beta branch right now. I see. Yeah, I mean, I don't think there's significant changes, honestly, but... Like... The way that I see, Forge, or the Sovereign Blade, is that, like, your Regent deck needs to do stuff. Whatever that stuff might be. And then, with Sovereign Blade, your plan can be... I'm gonna... like, grow this Sovereign Blade a little bit, and then attack with it twice. And then that can be your damage solution. Right, like, there isn't like a, oh... I need Forge and Block at the same time. Like, Bulwark exists, first of all. And that card's, like, pretty good. But... in the same way that you'd resolve a power, you're like, okay, I'm gonna play this Forge card and then play my standard blocks. Like, Particle Wall is my block solution or something. Now, I'm not an A10, so, like, I think you're actually more of an authority on this, but... that's kind of how I feel. That's my vibe check. Or, I guess my vibe check is always to, like, rub up a little abrasively against whenever it's like, this is just not, like, this build is unplayable. And it's like, what build? Is there a build? I mean, I basically want one poison card for this deck, and then I think I'm probably good. You could say, like, well, is it a poison deck? But I'm just being annoying, so... I'm sure your experiences have been like, well, I picked good Forge cards, and then it didn't work. So, what's up with that? You know what I mean? Oh, I had an anchor. It's like, why do I have so much block? The Bulwark exists, but it isn't enough in most cases, especially because the Sovereign Blade doesn't hit all enemies unless you get the rare power. Yeah, I mean, like, have you considered... I'm trying to not sound passive-aggressive, because that's, like, legitimately not what I'm saying. But, like, have you considered drafting an AoE card that's not related to the Sovereign Blade, right? Like, if Sovereign Blade doesn't have AoE, then I would probably do something else. Suppose Poison Stab, Infinite Blades. I really don't want Poison Stab to be our poison application card. It's pretty bad. Maybe Expose is better. We can, like, expose Predator, expose Backstab. And then eventually it'll, like, remove Artifact for stuff in Act 3. Yeah, I guess what I'm kind of trying to suggest is that, like, I've picked 2 Noxious Fumes. Basically, I've drafted 2 Noxious Fumes in the same way that I would draft 2 Forge cards and then, like, not say that I'm playing a Forge deck. It's kind of how I feel. But these are all the things that I would say if I, like, didn't have a 10% win rate on Ascension. On Ascension 10. So, anyways. Those are the times where I switch from Blade to Stars. A lot of my problems with a Forge build is that Forge seems like a thing to do on the side, despite being a main mechanic. Yeah, I think that's reasonable. Would you say drafting 2 Grave Wardens is drafting too many of them? I would say that the qualifier for if that is too many Grave Wardens is... Let me think about it. So, like, the ratio of your block pluses and attacks is kind of an ethereal thing that I genuinely don't know if I have a good sense for. I think it's actually why I lose Ascension 10 a lot, is that I go, like, I don't actually know if I want another block plus or if I want another strike plus. Then it's really complicated, and then I, like, make the wrong decision, and then I don't know if I have enough of whatever. I'd say that Grave Warden is just a strong card, period, probably. And that if you have now drafted 2 block cards, that you should consider what your damage is. Like, how much damage are you doing? Like, Grave Warden's a good card. It's also a common, so, like, if you want to get another one later, like, you'll probably find another one later. So. But yeah, Step, I think what you're saying is accurate, and more in line with how I feel about, the Sovereign Blade, which is that, like, the Sovereign Blade, like, spawns this big-ass sword that's like, look at my big-ass sword, it's so cool. I'm now gonna attack you with my big-ass sword. And then, like, you kind of assume that because it's this, like, big-ass sword that floats around you, that it's gonna be an all-encompassing part of the character. Interestingly, I think it is better design if it is not an all-encompassing thing for the character. Like, that's kind of how design in Spire works in general, is that, like, you can only get so far by going, I'm gonna play a vulnerable deck. This is my vulnerable deck. It's like, that doesn't work at Ascension 10. Like, maybe it does, 1% of the time. Right? But, you know, I wouldn't feel comfortable going, like, I'm gonna play my vulnerable deck on Ironclad, and then win with my vulnerable deck. It's like, that's probably not gonna get there. If you had my vulnerable cards provide me with 40 upfront damage when I need it to be Act 2 hallway fights, and then I have this demon form to scale past Act 2, but then I'm gonna exhaust the demon form so that I can exhaust my entire deck for this Hellraiser Infinite for Act 3, which also doesn't even work versus some of the bosses, but, like, as an example of my deck can have all of these things in it. Like, my understanding is that that is playing Spire optimally. I'm gonna play X deck only works when you play Silent. I don't know if I agree with that either, to be completely honest with you. I think that if you over-index into Poison, it's a mistake. I also think if you over-index into Shivs, it's also a mistake. Or, like, when you... I should say more that, like, when you go, oh, I'm playing a Shiv deck, it's more like, I have Shiv cards and accuracy, and then also I still need to play the entirety of Slay the Spire. Right? Or it's like, oh, it had the shield from a goober. Oh, I had a Decayed in my hand. This is what happens when I don't have coffee. Okay, we have follow through. We have Bouncing Flask. We need a Bouncing Flask. I'm probably gonna die to this elite, which is unfortunate. Footwork is a card. Piercing Will is a card. Okay. Yeah, and it's interesting how, like, Sly is really strong So, like, people are like, yeah, play a Sly deck. And even then, I think, like, drawing and discarding cards is really good by itself. Like, it's already so good. You know what I mean? That, like, the fact that Sly is so good, I want to say that the reason why it's so good, or it seems so good, which I also, like, I just don't agree with that, is that, like, drawing cards in Spire so that your deck is more consistent is, like, really strong. Like, that's just good. I'm playing a Shiv deck and praying for Blade of Ink or Envenom every time, I guess? So yeah, I guess that's kind of the idea, is that, so if you've picked like a Blade Dance and a Cloak and Dagger, you could say that those cards were picked so that you can have upfront damage. Like, you can have damage that is quick and just applies itself and goes. And then you can draft Backstabs and Assassinates to support that. And that probably means that your Act 2 hallway fights are solved. Like, if you can just Assassinate, Backstab, plus a few Shivs something to death, in the first few, like, first 1 to 2 turns of combat, then, like, you're probably set. That doesn't make you, like, a Shiv deck. So I guess sometimes people refer to, like, an X deck, like a build of X build of a deck, as in, like, the reason that feels like I'm winning the game is this particular synergy. Which is why I say, like, okay, well, is accuracy plus Shivs to beat elites in Act 3, but I ultimately have this Bouncing Flask and 2 Noxious Fumes to beat the boss. And also, like, a Shiv deck probably doesn't... A Shiv deck, in air quotes, probably doesn't beat Doormaker very well. Or the current iteration of Doormaker, because Doormaker, like, requires you to have a lot of scaling. Right. This is where I, like, run up against the abrasiveness of it, or whatever. The thing is, it's like, it's funny, because, like, I know I'm not super good at Spire or whatever, but I at least, like, kind of understand the... I understand that if I try to just pick, like, block cards on Ironclad, I can't say I'm playing block Ironclad and then win. Like, it just doesn't work. I agree with you for the most part. Fair. Yeah, but I do... The thing is, I do agree with you about, like, that it's weird that the Blade has, like, such a big... Like, it's such a big deal on the screen, and then it's kind of like... Okay, yeah, but you're gonna need to do, like, a little bit more than that. Like, it feels weird, particularly on Regent. Which is unfortunate, because this was what I wanted to get to. By the way, welcome, Rance. Sorry, we're talking about card games. Like, we're talking about Spire, so... You know, that's... I know that's tough for you. It's... I don't know why I'm saying shit like this. It's so funny. It's because I haven't caffeinated this, so I'm going to blame it on. It's unfortunate, because I think that having a retain card that does a lot of damage, i.e. the... like, literally how that card works. Like, how Sovereign Blade works. Like, that's just strong. Like, I like Snakebite. And the reason I like Snakebite is because... Do I want to... is because you can just, like, wait for whenever you have a free turn, and then just, like, do free damage to things. It's like, I don't even need to, like... Like, I don't need to worry about choosing when to attack or when I want to trade or whatever, because I'm just gonna, like, not trade until I have a free turn and then hit it with my Snakebite. So, like, Blade feels the same to me, where, like, you just have it in your hand until it's really good, and then you play it and then it's really good. That it doesn't have to do more than that, because having that as a baked-in mechanic is already so strong that, like, I don't know why you'd need to ask for more. If that makes sense. I think Blade would feel less weird if there wasn't just one block and Forge card. Like, if there was something that was more Forge support, in air quotes, coded, but, like, it was a defensive option. Because, like, it makes sense. It's kind of like... So let's assume for a second that Sovereign Blade is a passive... Like, the general gameplay is that it is passive. You want to build up a Sovereign Blade and or play it only on a turn where it is valuable, right? Which kind of implies that you're not playing aggressively. Like, there are decks that play... Like, okay, I'm going to draw 3 cards and then play 5 cards from my hand, and then the output of those 5 cards is going to be like 200 damage, right? That's a more aggressively slanted way to play Slay the Spire. So if I'm going like, you know, Assassinate, Backstab, plus Acrobatics, discard Tactician, play all of the ship cards out of my hand, do 200 damage, like that's a more aggressive way to play Slay the Spire. I would say that Sovereign Blade wants you to put it in your hand, but you might only play it 2 or 3 times in combat. One if you're doing some like clip montage shit. So it is strange that it being a passive playstyle, that there is no Forge coded, like something that like clearly points towards Forge, but gives you block. In the same way that Mirage is a like very clearly like poison coded block card that has to do with Forge. To which I guess what I would say is that like parry does exist, and parry on the beta branch is really strong. So I think parry is just good. The beta branch, like, to be completely honest with you. So it's just kind of strong. Okay, do I want to take 18 damage this turn? Kind of. Hi there, Volo. What is up? How are you? Parry is my baby. Yeah, I think parry is like pretty good actually. Like if you have 2 parries and then you just go like, here's a Sovereign Blade. I think that's pretty good. Oh my goodness. These beckons were trying to kill me. Yay, we beat the boss. Yippee! Yippee! Well, there's Blade of Ink. So we have this little poison package that I feel like will kill most things. I feel like the thing that our deck is lacking is maybe a bit of AoE. I mean, we have Noxious Fumes. I don't think that this can beat Decimillipede. And then I guess like we picked Predator to beat Elites in Act 1, but our upfront damage is really not there either. So, okay, how does that inform our decision? I feel like Abrasive is good. I like Abrasive in general. We don't have a way to discard it though. I just like this power. Thorns is surprisingly really good against Centimancer, Decimillipede, and I don't know, I guess anything else on multi-hits, but like both of those are standouts as like this thing just like does really well against those. Malaise kind of does the same thing, except it's like Malaise is worse versus Decimillipede, and then Blade of Ink is if we want 2 ships. I don't feel strongly about... Well, I guess the thing is like this gives us it's like 12 damage, so it's 6 times 2. and then we can upgrade it. Abrasive. I really want to take the abrasive, but I have no way to discard it. So, if I had, like, a prepared, I'd probably take it. Holy crap, they changed Blade of Ink. Yeah, Blade of Ink was trash. In my honest opinion. I am on the beta branch, just for the record. So, like, that's, you know, for your consideration. Yeah, I think this version of Blade of Ink is, like, really good. And the previous version of Blade of Ink was nigh unplayable. We're talking about I am the master of Carda Gamos. My favorite Slay. What? Slay the horror character is Ironcock? Pornhub's definitely the best place to experience Slays. What the fuck, Rance? First of all, I guess Silent is pretty hot. Imagine the smell. That's usually what I say. I think I'm gonna take... You know what? We'll find an acrobatics and or prepared, right, guys? Right? Oh, hey, look, it's Wraithform Plus. Did you know that I haven't won with Wraithform yet? Did you know that? I have not won with a Wraithform yet. And I think this... man. That's like Wraithform plus Noxious Fumes and Bouncing Flask. Is that good enough? I feel like that's not good enough. How are you not winning with the button that says you win the battle? I don't know, man. I just have 0 wins with this card. I look at it and then I go like, I don't know. I don't know. I kind of want to take Astrolabia. Transform some cards. Okay, now I think my food is downstairs, so I'm gonna go get it because I feel the hunger. I feel the hunger and I feel the sleepiness, so I need to go get the thing, and I'll be right back. Yeah, we're gonna have to eat before I make this decision because I'm hungry as hell. I do kind of want to pick Wraithform to be like, and now we're gonna win with Wraithform, and then I lose, because that'd be really funny. Oh, fuck, I'm hungry. I'm so hungry, dude. Hmm. Also, did you intentionally say Sly the Spire? Because that's really funny. What if instead of Wraithform you gambled and hoped to get Wraithform off of Astrolabe? Yeah, Death March is for how many cards you draw in this turn, right? Yeah, I think the stipulation is that you would draw the Death March with with the card draw. Yeah, I mean, I think the joke is that it's Speedster, yeah. I think that was the joke. Good joke. We're gonna take this Wraith form. And probably lose with it too. This is punch Elite's path. You can also do this and then dodge. This has a late shop, so I actually kind of like that better. But also I don't want to do like 4 encounters, so this is kind of like a skip space. It's a little awkward, but also, wait, hold on a second. So wait. You want whenever you draw cards on Necrobinder to deal damage, but Haunt already exists. Hold on a second. Yeah, I want Haunt to the extra haunting. So real. You were so valid for that. Also, like, you don't have to give Speedster to Defect to have a 40-minute turn. Defect just already does that. Would really like some card draw up in this. Blech. I feel like Deflect helps me play this Wraith form, so now we have 2 Deflects. If I pick another Footwork, that means we have, like, all of the block in the world. Every run I get 2 Haunts, I have to battle with my greed. I think 2 Haunts is good. Probably. Trying to play Defect in multiplayer has gotten my friends to send me pictures of them getting food while waiting for my turn to end. That's pretty funny. It's pretty funny. I wasn't sure if I wanted to post it because I felt like it's kind of like, I don't know, guys, you know what I mean? Like it's a little I don't know. Is finishing running a multiplayer account for the purposes of the epochs and all that? Yeah, I think you can unlock epochs in multiplayer. Because my other account is just like a multiplayer account that I have. But yeah, do you want to see what happened the last time I played multiplayer? It's like I don't know, man. You know what I mean? Like it's a little it's a little I don't know. Yeah, I just don't know. I guess I need to get hard carried then. I think most epochs are just play the game, right? You know, I wish they would make bubble double poison if the enemy is already poisoned. You would love Slay the Spire 1. There's this really cool card called Catalyst, and it was really broken. It was quite good. I heard Catalyst was pretty good in Slay the Spire 1. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that card was pretty good. Ah, I have ran out of Wraith form. You love Slay the Spire 2. There was the called Prepared. It was pretty nice. Yeah, that card is pretty nice. I kind of wish I had one, honestly. I feel like if I had a Prepared right now, I'd be pretty happy. Is it rest time, or is it like upgrade a footwork time? I'm gonna upgrade a footwork, I think. Should probably be out of my deck. Just take a bunch of damage. Bang. Ah, this is rough. I was gonna say the next time I draw Wraith form, I probably need to play it, but the next 3 turns, it's gonna be like 20, 24, 28, which definitely doesn't kill it. Maybe we can sandbag it one more time. I feel like I've done this before and I've lost, so I'm just gonna play it before I'm stupid. Funnily enough, Wraith form does not block this turn very well. And I want to play the Abrasive so that I can have a little bit of extra damage, but... That's fine, right? That's fine, right? Like, what if we just took 8 damage? It's probably wrong. It's probably wrong. It's a shame I didn't draw this with a deflect, because that would have been really good. Big pass. Give me that gold. Big rest. Okay. Oh. Whoops. So expose hasn't been super good. Okay. Ooh, Outbreak. Wow. Piercing Whale, Cloaking Dagger, Outbreak. I mean, I could take Outbreak, actually, as AoE for the Decimillipede fight, and then not really anything else. Sure. Hello, Decimillipede. Oh my god, we can play the Abrasive. Or pop it off. No, we also have Foul Potions. So if we ever need to do 24 AoE... AoE damage, we can do that, technically. I guess maybe I could have thought about this a little more. Take 20. Okay. Another backflip. I mean, what else is our deck doing, right? Except for sitting here and just hoping Noxious Fumes is enough. We're just trying to stank on them, you know what I mean? Yeah, finally want to remove this decay. I think. And then... I kind of want to draft this Murder. Because there's going to be a point in time where we, like, just need a little bit more damage. Where, like, Poison hasn't really solved the fight. And there have been times before where I'm like, man, I passed the Murder. This happened literally in a run. Where I was like, I feel like I'm gonna need murder to beat something, and then I played against, or I fought against Hunter Killer and lost. And I was like, wow, murder would have been really good in this fight if I just picked it. I've never regretted taking murder TBH. I think that it's not actually like a super good card, but the disparity between how much like burst damage we can do and I guess I was gonna say passive damage, I don't know, like there's a disparity. How much block we have and how much damage we can actually do can potentially land us in trouble. So I wouldn't be surprised if this does a bunch of damage next fight, like in the boss fight. And then we're like, wow, thank God I had a murder. The stipulation is that you might have already solved the fight by the time that you're murdering something, so... Murder is a fight ender, but not great for a lot of the fight, yeah. And then it's like pretty awkward in hallway fights that are killing you. It's pretty awkward in elite fights that are killing you, but... I have run into issues so many times being like, I have 2 Noxious Fumes, I have enough damage, which is like something that is true that you could say about Silent and Slay the Spire 1, and then it's like, I actually can't win off with 2 Noxious Fumes. They took away follow through! Why did they do that? How dare they? Follow through was such a good card. I want that card back. It was so good. I get the sense we'll probably need block. And I personally like bronze scales. Pairs well with our thing, whatever this is, abrasive. Okay. So we could rest, or we could upgrade a footwork. I think I want to upgrade this footwork. You've awoken. Welcome back, Unicorn. How it feels to get double Sealed Thrones in a star build. What is Sealed Throne? I don't actually know what that is. They're off-center with the butts. This is true. I was thinking of fixing it, and then I didn't really want to. I could fix it if it's bad. Can't go wrong with more feet. Is that true? Is it truly more feet the better? Whenever you play a card, you get a star. That seems very good. Should throw this before I forget. Sealed Throne is the GOAT. You kind of just get to have infinite block. Seems pretty good. It says a 36 plus 13. It's like 49. Holy shit. Is it time to play this yet? Because the thing is, it's going to be like 28, and then 33, or 28, 32, 36. Alright, we have a murder in our deck. Just got back from D&D. I ended up getting Looney Tunes door squished. What the hell? How did that happen? Did I ever tell you guys that the first time I ever RPG'd? This was my very, very first RPG game. I thought it was so funny. Well, that's a combo. Nightmare Wraith form is a combo that hopefully we can assemble, but I don't actually have any confidence that we can. Powers cost 1 more. I think that's okay. Yeah, I think this is okay. I played a character that, like, basically the mechanics of the character were that, I could, like, use magic, basically, but if I ever failed a DC, like, it was a relatively low DC, and then you could, like, if you tried to cast a stronger version of that spell, it would raise the DC, and then if you fail it, you basically take, like, damage. You get backlash. So, my character attempted to cast a really high level spell or whatever on this big bad that was, like, in the area. And, like, not super big bad, but, like, the boss in the area. Like, we saw it, like, oh, that's the boss. Let's, you know, let's try engaging with it. So I tried to cast a super strong CC spell on it. And I failed the DC, so I took backlash damage. Additionally, the CC spell that I was trying to use was like a, how do I say this? Like, kind of like a mind control spell, sort of. And the thing that I was casting it on was like a rage demon. So attempts to mind control the rage demon meant that I took a second wave of backlash damage that kind of had me KO'd for the rest of the session. So, the question is, how does this have anything to do with getting squished in a door? I will never forget this, because this was my first D&D party that did this to me. It wasn't D&D, just for the record. I don't know if that was obvious. Was that they took my character, and the problem is there was a magically sealing door at the entrance of this place. And they were like, you know what we're going to do? We're going to take Flaris, and we're going to shove Flaris in this door. And then Flaris is going to be door stuck, but also she's going to keep the door open for us. we're just gonna wedge her right here and have this door stay open for us. So while they went and did the entire rest of the session or whatever, my character was obviously KO'd or something, so I couldn't contribute. My character was just wedged in a door, seeing this, like, rage demon pass by every, like, 5 or so minutes. So I was squished in a door. I guess not Looney Tunes style, but I was door stuck. We were fighting a door mimic, and I was attacking it from behind where it was armored. Someone on the other side used Gust of Wind to slam the door open, so everyone could attack the front. But since I was standing right by the door, it slammed open and squished me between it and the wall. This sent me to death saves. That's kind of funny. You got Mahirud, sort of. What is Mahirud? Is that being wedged in a door? Did that character get wedged in a door? Sorry, I just found an anime girl. I haven't found anything else. I just found anime girl. Okay. The only other damage I took that fight was from the wild magic sorcerer blowing up from casting magic. Oh, that's pretty funny. But is your character good? Like, did you pass your death saves? It's surprisingly hard to die in, like, D&D 5e. closest to being wedged in a door that I ever got was the tunnel effect, cutting off 2 of my arms as I clipped through a rock. Went from 70% to dying just from team damage. I survived. That's good. I mean, it happens sometimes. It happens. It's funny. There have been a number of times where I've, like, friendly fired or considered friendly firing a thunder wave, and then ended up not needing to do it. But it could have been good. One of which I thought was going to be so cool, but that ended up not being necessary, was our fighter was on top of like a coffin, like a stone coffin kind of. And it was clear that we needed to like open the coffin. So like to get whatever was inside to help with the boss fight or something like that. And because this is my bard, I was about to drop a sick bar on the boss because they were like kind of an evil spirit possessing a tomb with a bunch of like goods in it and stuff, right? So what I did, or what I wanted to do, like what I had planned for my turn, was I was about to be like, we only like our team basically only worships real kings. Like you're a fake king, basically. And that was going to be the verbal component for me casting Thunder Wave on this stone coffin to knock the stone coffin thing off, like to knock the lid off, which our fighter was standing on. So I was going to be like, all right, fighter, I'm going to friendly fire you with this Thunder Wave, but it's going to like effectively pass the strength check for us, because otherwise somebody would need to like spend their turn passing the strength check. So I could have like hit the boss, also hit the fighter, and then also move the stone coffin thing off of it. And then we found out later, because like it wasn't necessary, but we found out later, like if you move the thing, there was a like a sword in there that had the actual king or something. It was something like that in the coffin. So the goal was to get the lid off the coffin, to get the sword, to then fight the boss. But our cleric, actually, it's funny because the cleric was an NPC, but our cleric guiding bolted this like shadow spirit thing, like demon, whatever, and then just like super crit on everything and then fucking blasted that thing, which is really, really funny because like the way the DM was playing that cleric was like, oh, she's just like a little like baby, like she's actually very tall and kind of scrawny, but she was like a tall, scrawny elf who's like always kind of hunched over because she's so tall, and she's like, oh, I don't know, like, I was enslaved by drow for, like, most of my life. Oh, I don't know what I'm doing anymore. So, it was really sick to see that NPC go, like, alright, this boss fight, blast you with this guiding bolt. So, Flar, you're a nerd. I mean, that's probably just true. That's probably just accurate. I don't really have to say to that. I'm kind of looking at this. Sort of. And then this is a question mark. There's also... This looks kind of nice. Maybe that's better. We just don't shop. Yeah, shopping's for nerds. Alright. What are we doing? All these powers cost 1 additional. How did that happen? Who did that? Are you fucking with me? Come on, man. The point of doing that was to draw a block card. And block card. Singular. I guess if the Wraith forms cost 4, it's kind of like expensive, isn't it? I mean, there it is. We still take 5, which is hilarious. This would be 12 plus 3 plus 6. Lamau the braces? What? The thing is, like, this tactician isn't even good. We still don't have thing to do. Oh, yeah. The gauntlets. I guess you said, yeah, bracers. Yeah. It's like, I want to take the tactician real bad, but it's, like, not good. Unfortunately. Fortunately, it's just not good. That is a Wraith form. This is bad. I guess we just lose. We could not deal 172 damage in a reasonable amount of time. That's so funny. Damn. Another loss for Wraith form. Was there, like, a way to win this fight? Seems hard. Because these are all blocks. And then I'm like, okay, we draw cards. We drew the Wraith. So it's like, you know, we're not seeing that for a while. Like, I don't think we would have ever reasonably changed that turn. Yeah, it's like, we're not nightmaring Noxious Fumes. Like, I guess we might want to play Predator here. We couldn't turn 1 Wraith form. Because it costed 4. Like, the only thing that I could see is if I was, like... If I knew my next turns were going to be so bad that, like, I would draw 2 cards here. You have 4 energy, no? It was off of Backflip. We drew Wraith form off of Backflip, so we already used 1 energy. And then there's like this and this. Maybe it was block. That was for 31. We need to block. No backflip and turn 2 Wraith form. Yeah, but the thing is, we would never know that we were drawing Wraith form off of backflip. Like, we're not trying to win this run. I'm trying to think of if I was given the same information at the start of this fight as I was as normal, then, like, would I be able to win the fight? Obviously, if I knew my draw order for the next, like, 8 turns, I could win this fight. I think. Here, let me just, like, double check. It might actually not be winnable in general. But let's assume that I know my draw order. And we cheat. The thing is, it's still kind of rough. Like, I don't know if resolving this Wraith form even really helps me that much, to be completely honest with you. We could do something interesting, which is, like, we Nightmare this. And then I think we draw Exposed. Yeah, so there's Expose. And then now we can just, like, do a bunch of damage off of Nightmaring the Strike. Okay, now we are taking 31. I mean, it wasn't pretty, but, you know. If we could see the future, which is, like, right, those are the decisions that are like, I would never not play Backflip, and also I would never Nightmare a Strike, but knowing that I was going to draw Expose means that I can just, like, Nightmare Strikes and then have 3 of them and play it with the Expose. Like, that's just so dumb. Like, I would never do any of that. Those are never reasonable conclusions to, like, you know what I mean? Like, that's not... right? Why you don't reset fights. But, yeah, I think this deck actually couldn't beat Cultist, which is kind of funny. I feel like this happens a lot with my double Noxious Fumes decks. That I'm like, cool, how do I kill this thing? It's like, you can't. That's funny. I wish I could see the future because then I'd always win. I wouldn't, because it would be boring. My goal in playing Slay the Spire is not to win every time, because it'd be boring. That's pretty good. Serpent form. Yeah, I was thinking really hard about the Assassinate. I was definitely between Assassinate and Snake form. I gotta go. Alright, take care, Step. Thanks for hanging out. Appreciate you being here. We will be Slayin. We do be Slayin. Bye-bye. I think this AoE card. Is it finally time to take the damage card? I think we can take this backseat. Follow through again. Let's play dance. Yesterday in a different campaign, there was a high chance I was going to die, so I rolled up with a replacement character. But you ended up winning because of good die rolls. True? Oh. Yeah, was it like because of the system? The system was more of a you just kind of die system? Am I taking this cloak and dagger? I don't know. I feel like upgrading cloak and dagger would be nice. Like, what if we just like killed it? What if it just like died? Nice. It's full work. Yes, you just kind of die if you get a bit unlucky, and because the character sheets we use for each character is pretty personal specific, it's easiest to roll up the character prior to starting. I think about 75% of the time I would lose the fight, but I won. Nice. Easy win. Instead of losing, why don't you just win? It's just better. Winning is just better. Okay, well, we would have liked to draw our thing. But we didn't. Sometimes you hit the 60% chance 5 times in a row. Yeah, it's called winning. You're a winner instead of a loser. Yeah, Acro is at uncommon now. Are we dead? We play 3 cards, that's 18. 18 plus... plus 16 is not 40 for sure, but it's 34. You play 4 cards. Yeah. So 6, 12, 24. 24 plus... Oh, it's 24. Yeah. 24 plus 16. That's lethal. It's exact C's. Nice. Shadow Step, Blur, Slice. Is this a blur angle? Oh, that's kind of funny. Does it apply 2 weak at the start of every fight? That's kind of funny. Pick a blur. Oh shit, we have to fight another elite. We're so dead. Hello, frog. Oh, I had an energy. I'm just dead. I literally can't block. That's awesome. That's kind of awesome. Lamp only doubles hard cause debuffs. I see, okay. That's probably for the better. So you don't accidentally, you know, do stuff. Accidentally have some kind of at start of thing. Like, that feels worse than being able to apply, like, double poison, for example. Crucible. Kind of like looking at this. Looks good to me. Fire potion, and then all of these damage cards. Take a dagger spray. Untouchable Sucker Punch Piercing Whale. Big Piercing Whale. Okay, we can buy like 3 times or upgrade a random card. Are we shopping? We're not shopping at all this act. Prepared, my beloved. Or follow through. Surprisingly, we can't get more than... You have 5 or more other cards in your hand. Which we, like, don't actually have. We have 1 more combat to figure out damage. Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. We'll get something here. It's fine. I like the new Niao boons that give... Or, I like the new Niao boon that gives 2 random Niao boons. Finally, it actually matters in-game that they're relics and not just a choice. I mean... It could have just been worded you get 2 other Niao bonuses. Right? And then you just, like, get them and then they're not relics. I think it's still possible to make it all not relics. Yeesh. I guess Strangle is our damage card. Like, I guess, dude. Sure. God damn it. In the Strangle waiting room. I don't feel particularly ready to flip this eel over, but I don't think waiting's gonna help us much either. Just, like, can't draw Strangle on the turn when I'm allowed to Strangle. Super cool. Order lol. That's one off. That's so funny. I guess Ricochet is discardable. It is a sly card, if you will. Ah, come on. Where is my dagger spray? Come on. Come on now. Okay. I was gonna say, if we somehow didn't draw whatever it was, I would have been tilted. It would have been tilted. Deflect, Finisher, Dagger Spray. I suppose we can take a deflect. Pretty good with prepared strangle, mostly. $22. Backflip, precise cut, deadly poison. I really wonder what the win rate on precise cut is. Like, what is it? I can't imagine it's very high. So we basically have, like, no damage in this deck, which is super cool. Pretty epic, if you ask me. Poison stab. Like, it's not good, man. This stuff isn't good. We just take a deadly poison and upgrade it? I think we have to. Sharp on Ricochet is kind of good. We really need, like, Flex Potion to hit Ricochet and Dagger Spray at the same time. That'd be nice. Darn. You could have gotten one more damage by sliding the Ricochet and playing Beckon and Strike. Total misplay. Yeah, I thought about it for a second and I was like, this thing's intangible. This doesn't freaking matter. But darn, you know what? You got me. We could have gotten one more damage. The one damage that would have mattered. Assassinate, Adrenaline, Shadow Stun. This deck wants, like, a speedster. or some sly thing to be doing. I mean, we could just take Assassinate and be like, alright, it's time to die. Yeah, Shadow Step's honestly not super good. The thing is, I feel like I want Adrenaline more than Assassinate, like 99% of the time. The problem is that our deck is currently damage commons and a strangle. So, like, our damage is really bad. So, I think if our deck was doing anything more than the commons that are in our deck, then I would have taken the Adrenaline. Hello, Runic Pyramid. Probably Runic Pyramid. Adrenaline is just good, and I don't think Assassinate is good enough to make me not pick it. Sure, but, like, how do you ever win a hallway fight with this deck? Without the Assassinate, I guess. Like, that's my concern. Also, now we have Retain Assassinate, which means we can put Vulnerable whenever we want. Like, I genuinely think we might have lost to this hallway fight if we didn't pick it, pick Assassinate. That's kind of like what I was thinking. No, it's taking my only damage card. Give that back. What if we had 2 strangles? We could have 2 of them. I'm not super interested in any of these. Yep. I want to see what's in this shop. Not this shop. Beating Remnant. You cannot lose more than 20 HP a turn. Is this good? I don't know if this is good. I love for this fight, the middle card is always obscured, so you're like, oh, what's it gonna be? You know what's funny about that? I noticed that a while ago, and I'm like, this shit's so annoying. Oh, the catch-a-pull, dude. If you know what they should do, they should patch in that it's like we go through an entire gotcha screen before the middle card gets unveiled. Unveiled, as in it's a veal and it's becoming unveiled. It's getting necromancied. I'm gonna downgrade a random card. We're about to go to a shop. It's another prepared. I guess Flick Flack is a card that I'm allowed to put in my deck. I just don't know how we're supposed to win, ever. It's one of those relics where ideally it doesn't do anything, which isn't great. It can obviously save you, but it's just okay, nothing special. Yeah, I kind of... That's interesting. Because that's like kind of how I thought. I was like, when do you want to be in a situation where you're taking over 20 damage? I guess if it randomly saves you, you know what I mean? Isn't unveiling just growing up? Well, I mean more in the sense that, like, if it was a piece of veal, in order to unveil it, they would have needed to revive it, so probably necromancy. I have to use the bathroom real quick. I'll be right back. I want to avoid that annoyance, just go for the card reward before picking up the stolen card. Yeah, but I would never do that. That's not the order in the line that's there. It says pick up the card that got stolen, then card reward. I know that that's not, like, you would always, like, you could look at the card reward before. There was cases where that mattered in Spire 1. I don't remember them, though. Okay. Our deck does fucking nothing. So who can we best get cards that allow us to do something? I want to say, like, what if we just got an Echo Form or something? That'd be kind of sweet. That's a Meteor Strike. That's an Echo Form. Meteor Strike probably would have been really good too, though, which is kind of funny. Yeah, look at Synthesis. Your next power costs 0. Or we could get Skim. Hey, look, it's Cool-Headed. Cool-Headed is here. Do we want Cool-Headed? Is my question. And do we want Skim? Because, like, we have Runic Pyramid. The hope here would have also been to get, like, some kind of energy. Which Synthesis is kind of energy, but not really. I feel like 2 passive block isn't that good, you know what I mean? Like, it's not that good. I feel like Skim is unnecessary considering we have Runic Pyramid. Meteor Strike would be a cost 5, deal 4 damage, gain 4 energy, channel 1 plasma. Oh, right, because it doesn't give us all 3 of the stuff. I forgot we don't have 3 orb slots. I'm gonna pass on the Skim. We probably don't need the card draw. I just really want to play the Echo Form. But it's probably not necessary. Ah, but I really want to play it, though. I just really want to play it. That's so funny. We did actually need to kill it that turn. That's incredibly funny. So now we're using a potion because we're dying. That's so funny. Didn't need to use the potion. Nice. That's an acro. Once again, we don't need the card draw. But it's more like a way to discard a card, right? Our only discard is Ricochet. I guess follow through is always active. God, our deck is just like doing nothing, man. There's so much nothing that our deck is doing. I want to say we can pass this acro. We have 2 prepareds. We have Runic Pyramid. Also, the next card we add heals us, so... I want to upgrade Echo Form so that I can leave it in my hand, potentially. Like, there's a chance that playing it is just bad. But also, upgraded Prepared means I can discard 2 things. Huh. Yeah, maybe this. I guess I could prepare discard the Echo Form as well. We're just playing it. we're just gonna play it. Alright. We could potentially draw Neutralize here. We didn't. We could still Assassinate and Defend, which I think I'll do. Gotta save that 5 HP. So we are on Echo Form right now. build your own serpent form. Snakebite has retain. Wow. I feel like exposed stonks go up, kind of, because we have retain. We inherently have retain. Lyria. I mean, like, we need some way to do damage, so I guess this is how we're doing it. I guess we're doing it. Blizzard Tail, let's go. Untouchable is another card to discard to our prepareds, and we can keep it in our hand until we need it. Do we need blocks? We have Deflect, Backflip. That's it. Sounds good. Heads up, Flari, your patron isn't working. When I went there, literally said creator needs to update. Let them know. What? Your patron isn't working. Like my, like, Streamlabs link? Is that what you're talking about? Finisher is A, good with retain, B, good with Lyria. So while I probably also have taken the Untouchable, the Finisher was a very real option. That's fair. Oh, Streamlabs can't donate directly. Why is that? That's interesting. I will go check that. in a moment. Lucky Tonic's probably better than this. Let me go see. Streamlabs. Streamlabs. Why is Streamlabs not allowing you to donate? Let's log in. In with the YouTube. Where is tipping? Why does tipping have an exclamation point? Modify your tip settings. Yeah, it looks like there's some kind of tip something. You've been banned by a 6th streamer this morning. How are you collecting bans like they're... Like, what are you doing? What? I don't understand, man. How are you doing this? Like, that's impressive. Okay, let me see if I can... Okay, this is my tip page. Standard. Connect to personal... Review. Please see the creator resource hub for more information. I didn't even realize I was banned. Okay, PayPal. Okay, it looks like this might require a lot of stuff to do. Like, they're saying there might be several setups to set this up. So I think I'm gonna handle this later. Though I appreciate that the implication here is that you were trying to send a Streamlabs donation. I appreciate that. Yeah, I just want to make sure that, like, it doesn't, you know, there's no, like, address or something on the PayPal account that I connect. I watched them this morning, and at some point I realized my comments were not showing up in the streamer's chat. Was this for... Ooh, production's really good. Has anyone else here been banned by a streamer? Oh, I just realized that chat's not even on screen. Yo, I'm so sorry, guys. My bad. On the topic of the members banner is also not on screen. Well, I was recording stuff, obviously, but also, whoops. Whoops. My bad, guys. Figured it was on purpose? No. No. I need to, like, turn off all the overlays and stuff to record and all that jazz. I don't know. I wonder if maybe your messages are getting filtered from live chat, or like top chat live chat. I've heard there's been some like problems as well with like YouTube chat, so if that could also be a thing. Anticipate is a lot better because we have Runic Pyramid. So I think I'm going to take it on that basis. And I still don't know how our deck is ever doing enough damage to beat anything, but here we are. Sauce banned, I do not know why I was banned, just that I have. Well, that's what I'm saying, is like, I don't actually even know if you were banned, technically. because it could also be a bug. Oh, that was a double anticipate. Oopsie. Because I think on Twitch, do they give you ban reasons? Like, do you get something sent? Little bribe for you to try Pokemon Champions. It's free on Switch too. It's competitive, free-to-play game that I've been addicted to. Is it like a gacha game? Kind of? I mean, I guess they wouldn't put that on the Switch, right? I hear free-to-play competitive and I'm like, what does that mean? It's just competitive Pokemon battling? Champions is bad? Oh, why is it bad? Is there like a story mode or something? Because I'm definitely not just going on live to or on like PvP or something. You know it's bad when they break out the pre-statement ellipses. I mean, I'm just wondering like what's bad about it? It's just PvP? Oh no. I mean, I'm sure I could like mess around with it for like 2 seconds. This is supposed to be what Pokemon tournaments are supposed to play on now. Oh, I see. Like, do you... I mean, is it kind of like, what's it called? People used another thing before that, right? Wasn't it like, like Showdown or something like that? That's 25. Nice, we did. It's basically official Showdown. In the trailer for Champions, you can see a Mega Raichu, and he's not in the game. Is there a reason why they're, like, not there? And just, I don't know. I feel like adding Sly to Backflip, and it's basically just Backflip. Like, that would have been pretty good. Murder with Retain is pretty good. I think... Ooh, you know what? Echo Form plus Murder is probably good. We'll do that. It has relatively few Pokemon and items compared to the main games, which is good for onboarding new players. Okay. What is the limit to, like, having Pokemon and stuff, if that makes sense? Like, is there, like, do I have to play the game in some capacity? I don't know. New stuff is going to be added eventually. At the start of combat, put a random draw pile in your hand. It's free to play. The only power in our deck is Echo Form. Echo Form is just free, and it's the first card we play. That seems really good. We need to be aware that adding a power to our deck means this doesn't work anymore. There's no way, though, right? Like, there's no way we don't draft a power. Is that good? Is that, like... I don't know if that's good. It's not very competitive from what I hear, but they have Incineroar, the most broken Pokemon in the game. You get them in-game, but it does take a little bit of doing to get specific Pokemon. I see. Do I have to breed them? Is part of this game breeding the Pokemon? Because, like, I'll breed them. Like, I'll do it. I'll do it on stream. I'll breed every Pokemon on stream. It's a lot easier than the main games. You're supposed to be a little bit surprised! Can I get, like half a reaction? Like, whoa, Ayo, I'm trying to Ayo farm. Can you, like, if jokes are a football, and I, like, throw you the wide shot, right? I need you to be my receiver. Like, you need to grab it, right? You need to be like, whoa, they said breed Pokemon, like, 3 times, and they seemed, like, really weird about it. What kind of breeding are you talking about? Whoa, blushing emoji. You're supposed to chastise me for being weird. No. No. Thankfully, that isn't a part of the game. Ditto can rest easy. It was supposed to be me, not him. You meant the lewd kind of breeding. Unexpected and shameful. You... Doskebe? Doskabe? Baka-san? So true. You can't take it out of home until you transfer it out of Champions. Okay, I'm missing, like, a lot of context here, because I don't know what this thing is. If I were to get a new Pokemon, you're saying that I don't have to breed them. There's no breeding involved. I'm significantly less interested in this game because I can't breed the Pokemon. Jeweled Mask. I mean, I guess I can, like, open the game tomorrow before we play Master Duel. I cannot guarantee how long I will play it for. But thank you for the super rants. Your support is well appreciated. As always. But yeah, I mean, it sounds like I'm missing a lot of context. It sounds like everyone else here has already played this game, except for me. Well, I guess not Unicorn. You can only have 30 Pokemon at any given time. Once you exceed that, you need to start killing. I'm not a competitive player, but apparently 30 is not enough. I see. You gotta start culling the Pokemon. You're getting sent to the glue factory. I mean, if I'm... I don't know, man. That's fine. I mean, like, if someone just, like, told me what I should build and what I should have, then I can try playing it. Start of combat, put a random power from your draw pile into your hand. Or enthralled. This card is in your hand, it must be played before other cards. So the thing is, if we don't draw enthralled at the start of our turn, then we can potentially draw it with prepared and discard it, which is, like, kind of good. And honestly, like, I feel like this deck needs more scaling, like a footwork or something, or like Noxious Fumes to have some passive damage, like. So I think we just want the energy. There's a chance we can discard this with prepared, and then if we're playing it for 2, it's not a big deal. For what it is, official Pokemon Showdown, it's been really fun. Currently having a blast with double battles, honestly, a really fun format. Unlike singles, there's quite a bit of strategy. I've always heard doubles was really interesting, but no one ever really played it. Pokemon Gale of Darkness was exclusively doubles. I never beat that game. You get more box slots by playing the game up to 70, which is still not much. I see. Unlike singles, double battles are actually fun. Sup, Cesar? Welcome. How are you doing? We're just talking about Pokemon Champions. Apparently it exists. Yeah, I feel like singles is just a bunch of, like... Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I've talked about the strategic depth of Pokemon before, and how I'm not huge on it. But if I were to play anything, I'd probably play doubles. Damn, that jab at singles is so foul and wrong. I hate to break it to you guys. I'm really sorry, but I do not have a high degree of respect for singles Pokemon. Sorry, I have a great deal of respect for single Pokemon if they're looking, but singles, not so much. Champions is a grind? Okay, Flower, we singles players don't get much respect for you either. Damn. Shit. You mean single Pokemon? Yes. That's the joke. The joke is that the Pokemon are the ones that are single. Hot singles in your area, and it's just local Pokemon tourneys. Oh, goodness. It'd be really funny if we lost our second run for Devoted Sculptor. Nice double casted Enthrall. Yeah, not much we could do about that, unfortunately. Pretty funny, though. This is 44 damage. I mean, it sounded like... It sounded like roasting singles is like a jab. Can you explain to me the strategic depth of playing singles Pokemon? Because I feel like I don't... Like, I don't get it. We could add another Tactician to this deck. We're gonna have so much energy and then nothing to do with it. I think... I've never picked attack, I don't think. I would, but I ain't really feeling it today. That is okay. I will stop shit-talking it. Then. Can change moves, only thing that can be gotcha is Pokemon you get. Yeah, I just don't really understand how you acquire Pokemon in this system. The shit talk is fine today, it's just been shit. True. Yeah, but I feel like, you know, when it's like, oh, I'm having a bad day, it's like, well, I don't want to also then be like, nah, the thing you like is trash. Because I think I have an inclination or a tendency to do that, and I've noticed it a number of times. But it's like, I don't know. I'm trying to do that less. I'm a Baki fan, I'm used to it. Wait, don't people like Baki? Isn't that like a... I thought Baki was like a thing people liked. I sure was about to say something. I'm a VTuber. I'm used to it. That's what I'll say. Hello, Enthralled. Man, drawing this Enthralled is pretty bad when it's bad. Oh, this is our last turn. It's pretty funny. Oh no, we're dead! Get to see 10 random Pokemon and pick one to recruit. I see. Upgraded rare attack? What could that possibly be? Oh my god, it's grand finale. Oh my god, it's Lightning Helix! Am I taking this Assassinate? Or the Hunt? I think it's a little late for the Hunt. It sounds like it's not as bad as it could be. That's kind of the vibe I got from Poi's message. Is like, they obviously could have made this a lot worse. You can transfer 30 for free from home if you played the games. From home. I mean, I don't know what home is. As I have not played the Pokemon games. If it's supposed to be for competitive Pokemon, why are they making people go through random hoops? Home is where the heart is? God damn it. Imagine being beaten by a practice dummy. Unbelievable. I mean, like, unfortunately that happens more often than you think. It's for 46. Home is a storage system you can place your Pokemon into transfer to other games. It's basically an app. It's a big deal because when my sister and I got in an argument, we played Stadium or Smash. But that's not important. We wouldn't be able to do that with this game. I see. I mean, this sounds a little specific to your scenario. Bullet. Yeah, it sounds like the things that are actually, like, maybe not desirable or not as great for it is that, like, they tried to curate a competitive experience, and it sounds like there's, like... Sounds like there are some Pokemon that aren't there, and there's some items that are not there. So, you know. It sounds like all of those things are... Ooh, we can just discard this Enthralled. I would really like to draw the Exposed. If you want to be competitive, you need to grind. Well, it sounds like the grind isn't that bad, is what I'm gathering. You do kind of have to play this. Not much to be done. There's also no local play. You cannot invite a friend over to your house and play with your siblings, single player only. Ah, yeah, that's like a little annoying. It's a little annoying. 2 Mad Scientists seems kind of good. Rental Pokemon reminds you of that one anime. Oh man. I'm going to I'm gonna get a Glaceon and name it Chizuru. You can create a lobby so if 2 friends have a Switch. Yeah, I think that's the issue, Rance, is that I think Bullet was suggesting like 2 players, 1 console. That's what it seemed like to me. Like hot seat. Oh, Rance was talking about Stadium. I don't know what all these different things are, man. I have no idea. These are all just words. Words with no meaning. Clearly, I should just start playing Pokemon, because everybody in my audience apparently plays Pokemon. Oh, I could have double played it next turn. No, I wouldn't have been able to because I was going to draw the Enthrall. That's pretty funny, actually. But we can double play it next turn. I'm so glad we picked this murder, dude. I'm not playing Pokemon because I don't have the money to buy it. I mean, surely there's going to be a new generation of Pokemon eventually. That's probably going to be on the Switch 2 eventually, right? Like, eventually. And apparently the last Pokemon game was, like... My friend said it was actually decent. The only problem was that they didn't have scaling level areas. They've already shown the starters for the next gen. Oh, what are they? New Pokemon starters. You aren't gonna like the reason why I'm looking this up. Okay. Okay, what? Why does it... Okay. You know what? I'm just gonna... The Newt thing has nice eyes, don't you think? Yeah, what is up with that, man? Why are they doing that? Why is it looking at me like that? That's crazy. What the hell? Why are they looking at me like that? Why are they doing that? What the hell? You know what they say about riding the wave? Geck something, I love that. I don't really know what to say, man. I just feel like it's looking at me like why is it... Can I wait? Let me see if I can find this card. Cat card. Please tell me I can find this card. Where is this card? Is it a speed duel card? Is it this one? No. No, where is it? What is this? Yeah, it's this one. Okay. I found it. I found the image. Hold on a second. This is so dumb. Oh, I never showed the thing that I said I was gonna show. Okay. We were talking about Slay the Spire co-op a little earlier, and I was talking about how I I didn't want to I didn't want to show this because I felt like, I don't know, man. It's like, it's kind of funny as a meme, but also I just wasn't really sure. So jump scare warning. Jump scare warning. Things that you can draw in Slay the Spire with your friends. And I was gonna say, we're just gonna not... I just felt like making a post, like a written post, would be kind of, I don't know. But I think the Slay the Spire co-op was going well. I think it was going okay. I think we... Oh, God. Oh, it's so bad, dude. Goat drawing, bro. The best part about it is that, like, they wouldn't see it until we got to the boss. And it's like, did you see it? Did you see it? Like, thank you for the bonk. Oh my god. It's just like... Because, like, I would forget about it too, because I would draw it on, like, floor 2. And then we'd get to the boss, and they're like, oh my god. Did you see it? Did you see it? I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? I'm like, wait. Oh, man. This is so bad. Okay, anyways. The thing that I wanted to show you, the new Newt Pokemon reminds me of this card. And then I'm gonna not elaborate, and I'm just... listen. All I'm saying is that, okay, so when you design a Pokemon, the degree of how open the eyes are is very, like, you gotta think about it. Show chat the Pokemon. Oh my god. I have to put both of these on screen. That's Gatomon. Okay, so look at this cat. This is a cat, right? We all know that this is a cat. Okay. I'm glad that we all know that this is a cat. Why is this so big? Why are they looking at me like that? Okay, now that I zoom in, it looks a little more scornful and less sexy. Maybe it looks more sexy because it's scornful. I don't know. You know, I was thinking of doing a Pokemon Smash or Pass, but I feel like it wouldn't be very interesting. Usually those are done by people who have, like, some standards. Unfortunately, this Pokemon has, like, half-closed eyes, and I feel like if you put blush marks on it, it is implying things. This looks like fan-made evolutions. Are these fan-made evolutions? They could be. I would believe it. It was just in the... I looked up new Pokemon starters, so yeah. The final evolutions aren't revealed yet? Okay. I think that that's fair. Can we... So, this is probably unofficial. And I agree with you. Even though this is unofficial, can we, like, talk about this? If he breaks into my house, I'd be calling, but I wouldn't be calling the cops. If she breaks into my house, I would lose. That's what I'm gonna say. The first stage of water still has the same look. Yeah, I don't know why they did that, man. Why did they do that? All right, are we done? Are we done here? Can I move on from why did they put those eyes on that Pokemon? How does this deck win? I don't know. I still don't know how this deck wins. Good choice of jingling keys to distract chat from arguing. What? I'm just saying that the eyes are there. I think the devs are aware of the furry bait. Now they're after the scaly bait. Yeah, what was the thing from before? Pokemon. It's this Pokemon, right? It's so bad, dude. All right, we're moving on from this. We're gonna move on from this. What am I doing? We have an assassinate. So it's possible that this is just kill something. So I draw this. It's not dead. Why isn't it dead? I guess it was also the only one that wasn't attacking, so targeting it was questionable. Backseating was my first thought, too. Jesus. If chat ever becomes unresponsive, you can flash gag. Low Punny and Backseating are when Pokemon Company was aware. I'm too tired for this, man. Come on. Dude, Glaceon's... Or not Glaceon. Fucking... Vaporeon's been around, dude. They've been there. I think it's been a while, you know what I'm saying? Okay, what are we doing? Sorry, I Freudian slipped Glaceon, my bad. My bad, guys. Why did they give Mega Lopunny ripped tights on a reverse bodysuit? I got nothing for you, Chief. Do you think, like, there are people who played the older Pokemon games and then eventually were like, cool, I want to work at Pokemon and design Pokemon, and it's like, yes, we got in. Finally, we're a character designer for Pokemon. And then it's like, you're responsible for Mega Lopunny, and they were like, I was born for this day. Like, they were like, I was ready since day 0. They even made her thighs thicker to answer that question. I'm gonna remind myself what Mega Lopunny looks like. For no reason, by the way. For no reason. They were crazy for that one, dude. They were crazy for that one. There's no laws against the Pokemon, Batman. Bane. Bane, you can't. What are we doing? How do we win? What is this? Dampen. I have been dampened. Ah, thank you for the splash. I appreciate that. I have been dampened. That is correct. I mean, sometimes your chat just wants to talk about Mega Lopunny, and then you just don't really have any options anymore. I like to imagine the guy who designed Mega Lopunny is not a furry or anything. He just thought, that's such a cool design, I need to show my boss. No. Okay, I got it. They were designing Mega Lopunny, and they were like, wouldn't it be cool if, like, you know, what if they were kind of like thigh highs, sort of, you know? Then we can add those and then change the ears to look more hair-like or something, right? Like, all of these are going through their head. And then the boss is just like, rip the tights. It's like, what? Huh? Add, like, rip marks. Add, like, rips and tears in it. It's like, why are we doing that? Do it. It's like, do it. Do it now. Do it. Okay. Because she's so strong, I don't know, just rip the damn tights. I wonder if Finisher is good. Because we were talking about Finisher before. Ooh, if we double Finisher off of Echo Form, that's kind of lit. I don't know if it would have mattered here, but it's always correct to at least look at the card reward before picking up Warpaint or Whetstone. Right, that's one of the Spire 1 cases where, like, looking at the thing is important. I was trying to think of which ones are there. Or what was, what were potential things. I maybe believed it to be more punk than sexy. Okay. But if punk, why sexy? What exactly is a finisher doing if you play it as the first card in a turn? Oh, I guess it's not doing anything, is it? Well, it gets doubled. It would play the first one for 0, then it'd play the second one for 10. Right? Right? We have 2 finishers. I don't think that changes much. Nightmare. Can we Nightmare anything in our deck for good value? What if we Nightmared Echo Form and we can't play them? What if we had a bunch of Echo Forms? What if we're just playing a defect deck? Where we play a bunch of Echo Forms to win the game? We could make Ricochet deal 9 additional damage. That would make this do 14 times 4 damage. That's, like, actually kind of real. Like, that might actually be real. Then we upgrade it and then make it deal 14 times 5 damage. Is that real? That seems kind of real, actually. Like, more real than Nightmaring Echo Form, because we can't play the Echo Form, and then, like, that's just, like, pretty bad. I don't think we're ever doing that. And then I'm gonna take this Dexterity Potion so we can block. Alright, well, if this pile of trash wins, I was gonna say I'm gonna crash out, but, like, not really. It's just like a... What the hell? What the helly? We're upgrading a Ricochet. That is an Echo Form. I don't want to draw Enthrall because it's awkward. So let's just discard 3. Here's Echo Form. We can double Mad Science next turn. Echo Form? Yeah, what if it was Neko Form? As in we turned into a cat. Well, I can't do the thing that I wanted to do. Because we drew Enthralled. It's like, I want to get cards out of my hand. You're mine! Wow, we have no blocks and we're taking 36. Cool. Maybe should have played more cards. Right, let's get this shit out of my hand. Remember when I said we were going to have a bunch of energy and nothing to do with it? That kind of looks like what this is. I mean, there's kind of our big payoff, but we we just, like, literally can't block. It's, like, pretty funny, all things considered. Wait, we had double played. I'm so dumb. Okay, thankfully we drew the Piercing Whale. I think we can play this. And never in Risk the song changes when you kill the torch head. Yeah! Got the dynamic OST going on. Alright. Well, we took like 1 billion damage in that fight, unfortunately. We're gonna discard all of this to try and find Echo Form. Okay, so this is exhaust all the stuff. Now this is new door makers, so can't draw additional cards. Little money for letting me have a Pokemon. Hey, thank you for the super. I mean, no worries. Like, I was genuinely, like, just trying to understand, like, what the game was. Like, what was happening in the game. Lose an energy. Whenever you play a card, lose an energy. It tends to attack for 22. So, did they just nerf the damage? Is that what got nerfed, or...? But yeah, I'll consider it tomorrow. Like, Saturday's supposed to kind of be the variety slot, but I remember that Master Duel existed and then was kind of... Oh, I can't exhaust it. That's too bad. That's sort of where my brain was at. How do I win this fight? It's definitely going to involve blocking. Okay, now we're taking one. And being scrutinized. It's just... This deck had no plan. Had no plan. Final shop Mystic Lighter, and then it's just like... Yeah, man. Yeah. Echo Form, Mystic Lighter. Yeah, this deck was so good, man. Like, what a good deck. If you put Echo Form on silent, what a good deck, man. It's so funny. Oh, man. What a run. No, that's like my first silent win in like 3 weeks. Now I need to cut out all the discussion about Pokemon. No, we upload the run and we keep all of the discussion about Pokemon with fuck me eyes. Only time I've seen you win. What the? I win sometimes. Sometimes I'm a winner. Okay, how are we looking? Might be time to go. Might be time to go. Might be time to go. As a non-Spire player, I don't get it. Well, the thing is, like, my deck didn't really have a plan. So it's like, in order to beat the bosses at the end of the game, usually you want your deck to have a plan that's solid. That's like, hey, this boss is going to be attacking you for 40 damage, so having a way to block 40 is like a good idea, right? Which our deck didn't necessarily really have. So we were bailed out by a relic that we bought from a shop one floor before the boss. Synergy, like any kind of powerful synergy that your deck can rely upon, yes. So that deck won because we had Echo Form, which lets the first card we play every turn get played twice. And then we had a card that dealt like 100 damage. Deus Ex Cardina, yeah, basically. Like, we got Mystical Lighter, which makes that card do 9 more damage. And then it attacks 5 times, though, so it was 9 times 5 more damage. And then we had Vulnerable, and then we had Play It twice. So 110 damage with all the Strength and Lighter. Yeah, so that, plus we doubled it, so it was 210. So it's like, oh, this just does like 210 damage. So 165. Yeah, so that's 330 with Echo Form. Which is like, it's just funny because usually your strategy develops over the course of the run. Like, you're thinking, you're picking stuff, you're doing whatever, and like, I've been of the opinion, and I've said it before, that I think that picking cards and like drafting and having a dynamic back and forth with the systems of Slay the Spire is like what's fun about playing the game. So like, you don't just stop playing the drafting game on floor 2 of Act 2, right? Like, your deck could potentially be doing more things, right? So Echo Form obviously changed our draft a lot. That being said, this is the most extreme case I have ever played in all of my history of Slay the Spire, where literally on the penultimate floor, I'm like, what the hell is my deck doing? I have no idea. Oh, that relic's really good. We should take that. And it just won us the run. It's like, wow, our deck sure did kind of scramble to try and win, and it sort of worked out, kind of. It's like, oh, that does like 320 damage, I guess. 330 damage, sure. Sure, I guess that works. We'll pick that. Oh, so silly. So silly. Okay. If you're still here, I'm going to say, hey, thank you so much for watching. Thank you for being here. I appreciate your support as always. And we'll see you next time. It's time to end stream. Alright, goodbye, everybody. Bye. Bye.